So first, the highlights. Lagos State Government unveiled empowerment initiative to foster economic growth. Federal government tightens security at nation's borders in anticipation of planned protests. On the foreign scene, authorities confirm partial restoration of French rail network after Olympic Day sabotage. And in sports, China becomes first country to win gold in 2024 Paris Olympics. And now the details. I am Akan Hussein. Lagos State Government has flagged off the Empower Lagos initiative as part of the economic efforts to curb youth unemployment and empower artisans through sustainable wealth creation programs to enhance the socio-economic development of the state. Commissioner for Wealth Creation and Empowerment, Akinyemi Ajibotafe, made this known while speaking at the Global Tech Africa Conference. Ajibotafe said the state faces challenges with huge population despite a GDP growth rate of 4.13%, noting that with a youth population of 60% and an unemployment rate of 37.14%, many residents, particularly the young, find themselves unemployed due to lack of enough opportunities and skills gap. He explained that the initiative is targeted at three categories of people, namely the post-NYSC graduates, artisans, and SMEs in Lagos State, saying it would help stimulate innovations and job creation, as well as provide the skills necessary to succeed in today's competitive world, irrespective of their profession. Students in Lagos State Public Schools have been awarded for using a technology-based platform, Darcel app, to solve mathematics subjects in the junior secondary school JSS3 category. Plaques were presented to 18 deserving students as district champions from the 6 education districts, with the 3 students emerging as state overall champions from Barra Community Junior Secondary School, while exceptional teachers were identified and commended. Speaking at the State Award ceremony held at the Education Resource Center, Ojodu, Permanent Secretary, Minister of Basic and Secondary Education, Abayomi Abolaji, explained that the essence of the event is to add more value to the teaching and learning, specifically in subjects like mathematics. Bolaji, who enjoined the students and teachers to leverage the artificial intelligence platforms to hone their skills, said the world has provided better platforms through science and technology to achieve future goals, and Lagos is happy to partner with such initiatives that will further boost learning and teaching process.
To whom much is given, much is expected. So I want to charge our teachers that they now have a plethora of tools to tap from. Let them not relent. Let them always put themselves into teaching and learning. And our students also, let them put themselves into it, because it takes two to tango, like they say. If our teachers are ready and our students are not, learning cannot take place. And if the students are ready and the teachers are not there, then teaching will still be zero. But we want the effort to complement each other. While the teachers are ready, the students should be prepared. When the students are prepared, the teachers should also be ready. And I know the two groups are ready to take the challenge of teaching and learning in Lagos State.
The implementation partner to Darcel in Nigeria, Wumi Tolu Alalade, said over 10,000 students across 100 schools in the 6 educational districts in Lagos have been using the app to solve mathematics questions and getting better learning outcomes in the last 15 months. Tolu Alalade explained that within one academic calendar year of 2023/2024, about 5 million mathematics questions have been solved by the students.
But going forward, beginning from next academic session, we have promised that we will be bringing the whole curriculum, JS1, 2, and 3. All will be put into consideration, and where the work is already ongoing at the back end, and questions will be shoveled. It will be more to solve, and of course, we'll be working with the Ministry of Education. Has been a wonderful side of basic and secondary education has been the best that could ever happen, because now we can assess, like they've suggested, the Becker exam pool, their bank, and then we can infuse that into what we have. So I'm positive that that will not be a concern going forward.
The NGO founder, Abdulhamid Haidar, who thanked Lagos State government for the opportunity to use technology in teaching students, said the technology, which is free of charge for the students, as done in other continents, will help focus on improving math learning outcomes in low and middle income countries. Nigeria has held talks with relevant United States officials on exploring opportunities to leverage its vast marine resources and attract new green-focused partnerships and investments in its seaports and shipping corridors. Special Presidential Envoy on Climate Action, SPEC, Ajuri Ngelale, in an update of his official activities, said he held virtual deliberations with officials from the U.S. Department of Energy and the State Department on maritime prospects. According to Ngelale, the discussions aimed to identify potential areas of collaboration between Nigeria and the U.S. in developing sustainable shipping practices and reducing carbon emissions in the maritime sector. He described the opportunity as amazing for Nigeria to do good and do well at the same time, indicating the potential for economic benefits while promoting environmental sustainability. And now to the rest of the stories. Ahead of the planned nationwide protests against bad governance, the federal government has tightened security at all the nation's borders. Controller General of Immigration Service, Kemi Nandap, gave the order to all zonal heads, state command controllers, and divisional immigration officers of the service across the country. The Controller General noted that in keeping with the responsibility of safeguarding the nation's gateways placed on the shoulders of the service, officers, especially heads of border commands, are tasked to rise to the occasion by ensuring that no foreign element can take advantage of the protest to destabilize the country. Nandap assures all Nigerians of the service's preparedness to safeguard the nation's borders towards enhancing national security. Filling stations in Abuja and neighboring states of Niger, Nasarawa, and Kogi have been shut down as oil marketers expressed worry over the planned nationwide protests. The developments led to fuel queues resurfacing in outlets dispensing fuel in Abuja and the NNPC in Zuba, Niger State. Also, several filling stations in some parts of Lagos State are also closed, creating fears of impending fuel scarcity. Although some oil marketers said the closure of some retail outlets was due to the unavailability of fuel, others attributed it to apprehension over the planned nationwide protests. Now to foreign news. French railway company SNCF says it has made progress in partially restoring services amid widespread delays and cancellations. This is as Transport Minister Patrice Vergriete confirmed that France's high-speed TGF rail service is expected to return to normal by Monday. The government and railway operators stated this a day after sabotaged signal stations and cables caused widespread chaos hours before the Paris Olympics opened. While an investigation is underway, the authorities have not identified the perpetrators, with Vergriete saying security on the network was strengthened, with 250 personnel and 50 surveillance drones deployed along with police helicopters. Despite the disruptions, SNCF said all transport for Olympic teams and accredited personnel will be maintained as planned. And now sports. China has clinched the first gold medal at the ongoing Paris Olympics Games. It clinched a gold medal in shooting 10 meters air rifle mixed team event thanks to teenaged duo Huang Yuting and Sheng Lihao. Their 16-12 win, halting a late challenge from the South Korean duo of Keum Ji-hyung and Park Han-jun, ensured China remained the only country to win the gold in a mixed team event introduced in Tokyo 2020 Games. Also, China won a second gold medal at Paris 2024, but in a women's synchronized 3 meters springboard. Just before we go, slow down at road junctions, intersections, and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration renovated 197 public schools across the state? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Government has flagged off the Empowered Lagos initiative as part of the economic efforts to curb youth unemployment and empower artisans through sustainable wealth creation programs to enhance the socio-economic development of the state. Ahead of the planned nationwide protests against bad governance, the federal government has heightened security at all the nation's borders. We also told you that French railway company SNCF says it has made progress in partially restoring services amid widespread delays and cancellations. And in sports, China has clinched the first gold medal at the ongoing Paris Olympics Games. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adeswa Ejoka. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good evening.
Timeliness begins with the letter T. We strive to maintain timeliness